Bro, listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Can't get enough baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's nobody I'd rather be talking to right now than Dominic Smith. I appreciate you swinging by. So first of all, how's life going? How's this whole experience? Because you lived a life with the Mets, you lived a life for the Nationals, you lived a short life, with another team. Yeah. Now you're living a life for the Boston Red Sox. How's it going?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been a wonderful time, wonderful transition. Very thankful to the front office and the coaching staff, the fans. Everybody has received me real well, and I'm just very happy to be here, and just look forward to continuing helping the Red Sox win some ball games.
So let's go back. I'm going to jump all the way back to when you were drafted in the first round. And like I told you before, I like to talk to guys about that process, about the expectations leading into it. As these months leading into it, these weeks leading into the draft. What do you remember about that? Because it's hard, right? You want to play with your guys, but also I don't want to get hurt. I want to be drafted high. What do you remember about that?
I remember being in high school, my senior year, playing with some of my best friends, and just remember going to those workouts and really trying to just have fun. I knew that senior year, it's a special year. You're going to graduate, you're going to move on. So I just really wanted to enjoy each moment. I knew I was going to either go on to college and play or potentially
USC,
get drafted.
Right?
USC, yes.
Right, yeah,
so,
not a bad place to go.
Yeah, so at that time, I just wanted to remain a kid, just really enjoy the moment, and not really stress out about anything, because whatever happened, I know that I worked extremely hard for it. So I took those draft workouts. I did well at them, and yeah, I just remember getting invited to the MLB draft, and once that happened,
that's what that yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you're projected, because they don't want anybody sitting there at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Who else was there? Who else was there for that?
Judge was there. Tim Anderson was there. J.P. Crawford, Clint Frazier. It was quite a group. It was quite a
cool?
group.
I mean,
it was a great experience.
Yeah.
They took great care of us. They put us up in a hotel in Times Square and took us around the city, took us through the studio. It just really showed us what the life was like to be a big leaguer before you even get drafted. So it was fun to see the city in that way, to see Studio 42, the network, and see what they do on an everyday basis. And just really tried to take in New York, and it just so happened I got drafted by a New York team. So I ended up.
There's no really. That was when there wasn't really a studio. There was friends and family, right? That was about it.
They had a couple. They had.
But you didn't have it was like the Jets fans, oh yes.
No,
the Mets fans, yes.
No. We just had. It was strictly friends and family. There was no audience, which it is now, which is showcased at a different ballpark every summer.
So they do it at the All-Star game.
Oh, All-Star game. So
they're trying to do the NFL thing.
Yeah, so that's great. I love that now. They get the fans more involved, and they get the guys who get drafted at least a chance to spend time at the field. They probably get to watch the All-Star game or something. It's probably a greater deal.
Well, like I said, we have to walk before we can run with the MLB draft. Did you go where you thought you were? So you said, I'm just trying to have fun, I'm just trying to be a kid. But, at the same time, there was still, even in 2013, it was okay, Dominic Smith is supposed to go here, or maybe your advisor thought you're supposed to go here.
Yeah.
The business side of it probably was hard to push aside too, though, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think the biggest thing that we told the team was fair round, fair money. If you can take care of my college tuition, obviously that played a big part into it. I was committed to USC, like I said, and I think just really telling the team, I'm honest, I'm fair, and we had calls at the 4th overall slot. We had calls at 7.
Ooh,
we had
really?
calls at 10. The Dodgers picked like 16th or something, 17th, and I was a hometown kid, so the good chance that might have worked out. But yeah, essentially the Mets called around pick 11. They called a couple picks before. They didn't think I would be there. But it just so happened, one of their area scouts at the time was a coach of mine who coached me since I was 12 years old.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
he had great familiarity with me, and he really, pushed and vouched for me. Obviously, it's above his, head, and the GM had to come out and watch me. And, they essentially called around pick or 7 or 8, and they said, hey, if you're still here at pick 11, like, you're going to be a Met. And when 11 came, I was still on the board, and they called my name.
Did you know? I mean, did you, you had, like you said, you had an idea, if I get picked here, I'm probably going to go to play professionally instead of college, right?
I mean, yeah, first round, I think that's a pretty high round to go. I mean, I know some first rounders turn it down and go to college. I think it just all depends what your values are. For me, like I said, if I have my college tuition paid for and I have the opportunity to go with a fair round, fair money, I withdrew, the college and took the money and went and played professional baseball. Mm-hmm. So I can always go back to college when I'm done playing, and that's the biggest thing.
Well, now then you sign, especially New York Mets. I mean, then you have every time you're a high first round pick or a first round pick, there's Dominic Smith. He was drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
And you like it's the same thing. You like to say, well, no, it's no big deal, but you're the first round pick. And you also want to live up to that, right? How much, looking back at it, did you put pressure on yourself? Did you feel pressure? Or maybe you didn't, I don't know.
I think I just believed in my abilities and obviously my work. I knew it was going to be hard, of course. Every level was going to be hard, challenging, but you put in the work every day and really have that mental fortitude of belief, strength, and that you could really overcome some things. I think that's all you really need to have success. And I kind of learned that at an early age, I would say. I struggled a little bit in the minor leagues. So, it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about work ethic and just constantly just never giving up. And that's something that I instilled with me from my family. And that's just what I go with every day.
Did you have a good mentor with for the Mets that you want to single out, or?
I mean, I had great teammates for sure.
Great teammates, yeah.
I was good teammates.
I mean, it always sometimes someone might say something that just hits the right way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if there was that moment for you or not.
Yeah, no, it was no real just one moment like that. I had great teammates who took care of me when they were around. Guys like Curtis Granderson. He was a great mentor to me. Obviously, guys like, Taiwan Walker, Marcus Stroman, these guys helped me a lot too as well. So, like I said, I had great teammates throughout my Met tenure. We had a lot of young teams too as well. Guys like myself and, McNeil, Conforto, Pete, JD, Davis. So I think, having that young team learn together, that helped me too as well. So I can't say they were my mentors, but they were my teammates who
No, it's good to have,
me.
yeah.
So
the last thing is this is totally off topic, but you mentioned the Mets and the Francisco Lindor goes back to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. When that trade went down, everyone has a different reaction to it. What was your reaction?
Super excited. I don't know. I had no real words. I think I was just very shocked. You get a once in a generation player like that. I think, he changes the whole organization dynamic, just one player. And then get Edwin Diaz, the best closer in the game. I think, at the time it was something that I couldn't believe. We're super excited, extremely excited. We couldn't believe it, like I said, but it was fun. It's super fun.
When you showed up, was there okay, here we go?
Yeah,
mentality?
Of course. We felt like we could win the World Series. So I'm telling you, one player, at that caliber, we really felt like we could compete in the World Series. And that's the type of player he is. That's what he wants. And I'm sure they'll win one in New York before it's all said and done because of how hard he works. The organization really wants it. And I think, having him playing shortstop for you, I don't think it's too many
It was
other
different.
players
Was
better
it
than
even
that.
more different than you thought? Like, you knew he was a good player. I don't even
Yeah.
know if you knew him at all, but
No, I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't even play against him until he came over
Yeah.
to the Mets. So just seeing his work ethic every day. Obviously, his defense is insane, and then he has the knack for the big moment, big clutch hits, clutch home runs, and he's so smart. He teaches a lot of the young guys the game, the right way, how to play. And I think his brain really separates himself from a lot of other players, and that's why he's Lindor.
well, I appreciate you taking
No,
the
for
time.
sure.
Thank you.
For sure.